Update number 3. You can see here we've got the Z4 navigation panel sitting on the bench with a screen added to it. We took the OE1 and the electronics out and added our own 7-inch LCD screen to it. You can see the A6 in the background, and you can see a person walking. We did some measurements here, found out that at about the back door of the Audi where it's parked, that is 25 feet away. Where he's standing is about 25 feet away from the actual camera. Further to that, if he goes all the way out to the back where there's a garage door, you can see he is 81 feet away from the source of the camera. So it's going to be really, really nice for the pedestrians, for pedestrian detection in town, which is going to be great. Right now, all we're using is the thermal imaging camera, the L3 from a Cadillac. We have figured out the wiring here, so I'll give you a little tip if you get one of these. You have green is signal high and yellow is signal low. If you're using a regular coax cable like we're doing for the bench test, you put the green on the center pin, the yellow on the outside. The other two cables, which are pink and black, pink is positive, black is negative. But with the new additions to the screen, or with the navigation system piece that we took from the Z4, this is going to go in the M3, but we actually got the screen in there. We did notice that it's going to be a difficult install because you can see some of the overscan stuff is going across, and we have that little silver bar there, but it's working fine. So we're thinking for this particular thing, if we flip the camera upside down when we do the install and we flip the screen upside down, the perspective is going to be correct, but it can only be used for that source. So we'll go ahead and see what we can do. Also, we haven't quite figured out the stepper motor controller in this yet, so the buttons on here, they don't do anything because they're not connected to power or anything, but we're going to try and figure that out as well. But it gives you an idea, now that we've got this screen inside a bezel, and we've got everything hooked up properly, what it's going to look like inside the car. And when you hit the light. Now at night, obviously you're not going to have any light in the car. But you can see here, I mean, the screen just got immensely brighter according to the iPhone, and it's doing what it's supposed to do. So that's the image that you'll see inside the car. And it's actually not too bright to a driver, but the iPhone picks up that video a little bit differently since it's so dark. Just to give you an idea, like I said, I mean, the distances we're testing this in the garage, I mean, the max we can get out of this is 81 feet from the camera source, so out on the open road it's going to be a little bit different. But that's pretty much it. I mean, we've got everything set up here ready to go. Once we figure out the automation to the screen, go ahead and hit the light again. Once we figure out the automation to the screen, it's actually going to be pretty cool because when you press this button and you hit this, it's going to open, and when you push this button, it's actually going to motorize itself down and everything, and then you push this button and it'll automatically just open up. And then this might adjust for angle. I'm not sure yet. I don't know if we're going to do that or not. We're also going to add an amber LED into the factory location so that it has a dim light that shows you that the source is on in case everything's black. Okay, so here we are in the car doing a bench test, actually an outside test. We're finding there's a little bit of interference from our power supply, which is making the screen even more grainy, as you can see. But if I step back here and look at it, you'll be able to see the images. We're parked on the side of the road, and we've got the camera mounted crudely on a block of wood and a guitar stand, and another one propped up to hold it in place. And we're just checking out to see the kind of distances we can get. So far, because of the curvature of the road and everything, it looks like we're able to see, I don't know, I would guess 100, 200 yards possibly with this. I will point out that it is very, very foggy outside, and because we're getting the video interference, I'm not exactly sure what that tells us about what we need to do, but I have to figure out a better power supply for the screen and go from there. But yeah, you can see You still see it. It's starting to trail off. But one thing we wanted to notice is the distance between what we can see on the screen versus what we can see outside, which I can show you here. It's pretty dark. It's a little foggy. You see the lens flare coming from the car coming. We got another car coming behind us. There he appears, and there he is. So he's pretty far away, but you can still see him. It's much further than the headlights. So that's a good sign for the time being. We're going to keep working on this and see if we can get a better power supply and go from there. But for a first test with it installed, it's not doing too bad. And this is inside the Z4 bezel. It's really, really difficult to see. But this is the screen inside the Z4 bezel.
Here, I'll light it up.
So yeah, you can see that the screen is in the Z4 bezel. And this is in the car doing its thing. And then, as you can see outside, the lens flare from the car coming, it's quite foggy. I did a walk test, and I'll show you from the perspective. You can't see that sign on the thermal imaging camera, but we calculated it out that sign, oh look at that, I can get both in the same shot. We calculated it out that sign it's pretty far away. Far enough that the headlights are hitting it and it's reflecting, but it's not too far away that we're bathing it in light. I also got to factor in where the camera's sitting. It's like 4 inches off the ground when it will in actuality be like 12 inches, plus a whole lot of other things we can't really say and figure out yet because, well, this isn't the perfect stretch of road, but it gives you a good comparison example of these things driving on the road and what you'll be able to actually see when driving. You can see a car on screen. You can see the muffler glowing. You can see a lot of different things going on. So it's definitely going to help nighttime driving. Especially if it's foggy, I'll probably see them before I see their lights. Okay, so here we are, bench test number 2. We're sitting inside the car. You can see the perspective of where these ladies are, from where we're at. And you can see that there's a ton of action on the camera. They're far enough away that you would want to see them at that time. But your headlights would pick them up. So we're hoping some of these guys continue to walk. There's a guy walking across the street. You can see him, he's walking farther away. So we've got him. We'll keep an eye on that guy right there. Let's see how far. I mean, the further away he goes, the more he turns into just a blob, which is really good. I'd say, I don't know, he's about, what, 50, 75 feet away? Yeah, about 75 feet away now. Now, there is a hump in the road, and it is what it is. Not much we can do about it. Okay, the ladies are walking too. So we've got a good group. Oh, they're turning off at the campus. We're down here by Dickinson College, across from the Bosler Library. And he's continuing to walk. It's still that nice foggy night, but the problem is the perspective of the camera. It's so low that any bumps in the road just block its field of view. I can still see him. And he's almost too low to be seen. I'll show you where the camera's mounted. Get a flashlight here for you. Give you an idea. Right now we're in the Audi, and camera's down here. See our little ghetto rig to mount it. It's literally 3 inches off the ground, so it'll be much higher when it's in the car. What's up? This is a case, the second time we're doing this test out here. We put the actual camera on top of the car. So we're just trying to get some perspective, test some distances. Again, this is the camera without a front lens. I'm not sure what it does. if it's just a protector lens or if it actually does change the focal length. You can see there's a person off to the side, keeps peeking out, and that individual is probably, I'd say, 100 yards away. And they're still over there doing their thing. So, but you can see the traffic's moving, cars coming on from the other side, and oh, there's a person out there. Man, he is far, far away. I mean, you can't even see him at this point. Again, this is just bench test number 2. We've got a pretty dirty power supply. The screen isn't totally shielded, and it's looking like it could be improved on. Yeah, I see somebody up there. Let me see if I can get a little bit closer to this. You can see a speck, left-hand side of the screen, walking around. But there's some walls and stuff over there. They might be behind them. As you can see, you're just getting a little bit of a peek. This is very, very cool. But for being the bench test, this is actually awesome. Here comes another group across the street. There they go. That's pretty cool.